10 days till spring. Now's a perfect time to look at our perennials. We're going to add a few to the garden. Let's take a look at a couple that we already have in, and then we'll look at a couple we're going to add. Our grapes are another wonderful perennial. It's just about time to go ahead and prune this one up. Now, if we had wine grapes that only make a couple clusters on the main vine, if it's a fruit grape, it'll make clusters all the way down the main vine. Right here we've got 1, 2, 3 vines coming off the main plant. I'm going to encourage just the 2 vines, so I'm going to take this one, just clip that off. We'll clip that out of the fence, but I'm going to clip these runners off the main vine up a ways. Taking a little closer look at this one, we've got some really nice heavy vines coming off the main plant, which is right here. But we've got them going every which way. We planted these grapes last year using the perimeter fence as a trellis. We let them grow all year long, and springtime is the best time to go ahead and prune. I'm going to remove most of the dormant vines. We're going to leave 2 nice strong vines. We're going to see what we get. Another perennial that is cold hardy and makes a wonderful addition to your garden are chives, planted in a container or planted in the garden. There's obviously a bunch of berry bushes that are perennials. We like our blueberries. Our thornless blackberries are a wonderful addition to the garden. With the blackberries, we pruned out the dead canes in the fall. We also cut back quite a bit of the live canes to allow them to branch out. Get a lot more fruit that way. With our expanded garden, I don't want to put the perennials too close to the blackberries, so I've got quite a bit of room over here. Just like everything in the deep mulch, let's go down to bare soil first. Now our asparagus likes to stay moist, but it doesn't want to get waterlogged. Right in here is a low spot where this hill drains. We have more moisture here than anywhere else. I remember when I was a kid, the asparagus grew along the ditch bank. We thought it was weeds. So we're gonna go ahead and set our patch right in here. Is that a shovel I see in a no-dig garden? Well, in this instance, yes it is. If you're gonna plant asparagus, especially ones that are coming with crowns on them, you need to dig a little trench about 6 inches deep. We're gonna make some little mounds. I'll show you how to plant these. The thing about asparagus is we're not going to harvest the first year. We're just going to let these grow. I didn't realize that these had already started to sprout as much as they have, so let's get these in the ground. And this is the way that you plant these. You want to spread these roots out, and to do that we're going to need to make a little hill. We'll make a nice little rise. As you kind of spread these roots out, and it goes right over the top like that. Spread the roots out, and then we'll bury back. Just bury it right to the crown. Make sure all the roots are covered. And there's one. And it's like everything else, you're just gonna come back in and mulch a little bit around everything. There you go, our first asparagus. Horseradish is a wonderful perennial. I suggest you plant it in a container. With the reputation of spreading, it could take over your garden. Where it makes really good sauces from the roots. It's very strong. Gotta watch out, that horseradish will make the cats go wild. Let's find a spot to put these artichokes. Last year this turned out to be kind of an open area. We did have a little patch of radishes that did well. We have had things that grow well here. It's kind of out of the way next to this raised bed, kind of narrow. I think right here is a great place to put a little artichoke patch. This is going to be more traditional. We're just going to move the mulch back down to bare soil, and then we're just going to plant like normal. But look at that. See, this is more of an established part of the garden, and you see this soil. That is wonderful. And that's what that new part of the garden is going to look like shortly. I'm not sure exactly how our spacing is going to be, and if you know me, I put everything way too close together. All the usual outlets got most of their plants in last week, at least their first round, because they froze. I went back. This is the thing this time of year. Always go back to where you're finding plants. Good chance you'll find the froze table. These were on sale, 99 cents a piece. That's under the $1. So I went ahead and picked up the 6 that look the best. And these are artichokes. You want to plant them, 3 to 4 weeks before your last frost in your area. They do need the cool spring weather to flower. So let's go ahead and get these in the ground. Back here in this part of the garden, this is coming on to our 4th summer. Just look how soft that soil is. I'm digging that with my hands. It's what we expect that new part of the garden to look like in a couple years. And we'll just mulch in as we go. But this is what the deep mulch does to your soil. I mean, I'm literally with my fingertips. I don't want to take it any deeper than that. Disturb the soil as little as possible. You want to keep that life just as happy as it can be. Just backfill in around it. Snug that down. Pull back in some more mulch. Happy little plants. Lots of soil life in around there. Just lift those leaves up, get the mulch in around there. Now we do have one more perennial that I like. And yes, it's artichokes, but it's not these kind of artichokes. Jerusalem artichokes. We have some planted outside the wire. The deer kind of decimated them last year. There you go. Another set of perennials to our food forest. These grow up to 10 years, so it'll be a while before we need to replace them. Now we only talked about some of the edible perennials you can put in your garden. I didn't mention rhubarb. I'm not a big fan. I do love Swiss chard. And there's a bunch of kales that are multi-year species. There's a lot of things that you can plant. The thing is, you want to plant what you like to eat. Look at the room you have, and then do like me. Map it out. I just put things wherever they need to go. I really have no plan. Tall stuff in the back, short stuff in the front. And with our garden expansion, we've got some shady areas. We'll talk about what can grow in the shade. But that'll be another episode. Remember, you can do this too. And until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant. Let's go plant garden.